1. Being eaten alive by a Titan, Attack on Titan. Few deaths in fiction are as nightmarish and viscerally disturbing as being devoured by a Titan. These grotesque, towering humanoid creatures don't eat out of hunger or survival, they do it out of instinct or madness. When a Titan grabs you, it's never quick or painless. You're yanked from the ground like a rag doll, bones shattering under the pressure of its fingers. Your screams are swallowed by the chaos around you, screams that no one can save you from. But the worst part is what follows. You're raised slowly toward its enormous, grinning mouth, those enormous, glassy eyes looking through you, not at you. It doesn't chew. It doesn't speak. It simply opens wide and shoves you in, feet first, or sometimes head first if you're unlucky. You remain alive and aware as your body is compacted in its mouth, feeling the heat, the blood, the crushing darkness of being swallowed whole. There's no last moment of peace, no graceful end, just raw, meaningless suffering. And if you're conscious long enough, you might even feel yourself sliding down its throat, fully aware that you're dying inside the belly of a monster. 2. The Chestburster Death, Alien franchise. You go about your day thinking you're safe. Maybe you're on a spaceship or exploring a mysterious planet. Then, out of nowhere, something jumps onto your face, a parasite that latches on and renders you unconscious. When you wake up, it's gone. You feel fine, maybe a little sore. You think the worst is over, but something has been implanted in your body, growing, feeding off you. Over the next few days, the unease turns into sickness. You can't sleep, your chest hurts. Then, in a moment of calm, maybe you're eating with your crewmates, you feel the real pain start. It's sudden, sharp, unbearable. You clutch your chest as something inside you writhes and claws. Your ribs crack from the inside. Blood sprays from your mouth. Then your chest explodes outward in a fountain of gore and agony as a creature, small but horrifying, tears its way out of your body. You die knowing that you were used, violated, and ultimately destroyed to give birth to a nightmare. It is the definition of helplessness. 3. Burning to death by dragonfire, Game of Thrones, fantasy tropes. There are many ways to die in battle, but none as horrifyingly complete as being incinerated by dragonfire. Dragons in fiction are more than just flying beasts. They are forces of nature, capable of reducing entire armies to ash in seconds. When you see one appear on the horizon, there's a brief, paralyzing moment of awe before the terror sets in. The roar of its wings, the earth-shaking scream, and then the fire. It's not just ordinary fire, it's a supernatural blaze, impossibly hot, moving faster than you can run. When it hits you, you don't burn instantly. Your clothes catch first, then your skin, blistering and cracking as you scream and writhe. The heat is so intense it scorches the air from your lungs. Your eyeballs boil, your bones blacken and shatter inside you. If you're unlucky, you don't die right away. You remain conscious for a few seconds, or even longer, watching your flesh melt off your body like wax. It's a death of utter obliteration, where your body becomes nothing but a smear of ash on the battlefield, and no one even remembers your face. 4. Being assimilated by the Borg, Star Trek. Death isn't always the end. Sometimes it's worse. The Borg don't kill you, they erase you. When you're assimilated, they forcibly take you from your life and strip you of your identity, implanting cybernetic devices into your brain, spine, and organs. You're held down, fully awake, as cold metal drills into your flesh and bones. Your memories are harvested. Your thoughts are overridden. You cease to exist, not by dying, but by being rewritten. Your voice joins the collective. Your name is replaced with a number. And in those first few moments, before your will is completely gone, you're still aware. You can feel your mind slipping away, like drowning in a sea of static. You scream silently inside yourself, begging to be saved, to be killed, anything but this. But the collective doesn't hear screams. It only hears obedience. You become another drone in the hive, soulless, mindless, and forgotten. A death without death, and a fate far worse. 5. Slowly turning into a clicker, The Last of Us. Infection is scary, but the cordyceps infection from The Last of Us is something else entirely. A parasitic fungus that hijacks your brain while keeping your body painfully alive. It starts with a headache, a fever, then your body begins to twitch and spasm. You become increasingly aggressive, confused, disoriented, and then comes the screaming. The fungus eats away at your mind, but not all at once. There are long stretches where you're still you. trapped inside a body that is no longer yours. As the infection progresses, the fungus bursts from your skin, crawling across your face like coral, blinding you as it mutates you into something monstrous. You lose your humanity piece by piece, but you feel every second of it. Your final transformation into a clicker, those eerie, shrieking hunters, is not just a physical change, but the final erasure of your soul. But by the time you've become one, you're still somewhere inside, screaming in silence for someone to end it. 6. Being torn apart by Cenobites, Hellraiser. You don't just die when the Cenobites arrive. You are redefined. Summoned by desire and bound by their own sadistic code, they come not to kill you, but to explore the limits of sensation and suffering. When they take you, it's not out of anger or malice, it's almost clinical, ritualistic. They believe they're showing you a higher form of existence, one that lies beyond the boundaries of pain and pleasure. Hooks fly through the air and embed into your skin. Chains rip your flesh apart, but you remain alive. Time doesn't move normally. Your nerves are kept alert, hypersensitive. You're dismembered and reassembled in ways that defy biology. They don't let you die, not until they've pushed you past every threshold of agony. In some cases, you're left in limbo, your body broken, your mind shattered, but still alive, trapped in eternal torment. It's not just a physical death. It's the annihilation of your very concept of self. And for them, it's just another day's work.